Wow. Hasn't started yet. Okay. Down. Welcome to Joe's Atmosfere.
Cook your shrimp, please. All of a sudden, my shrimp pan is burning up like a smoke fest.
All right, boys and girls, welcome aboard. It's time for State of the Atmosphere. We got a lot to cover tonight, man. Got a bunch of trailers we didn't want. We got the Sweeney Spot. We got the Acolyte, and the Dragon War finally begins on House of the Dragon. Let's check it out tonight on State of the Atmosphere. All right, it's time for State of the Atmosphere. I am your host, Joe's Atmosphere, and it's good to see you this afternoon. And of course, my ride or die buddy is here. Knock as usual. The rest of the crew is a little bit busy today. Everybody else has got something going on. So, Knock, how are you? How's the week for you?
Doing pretty good. Yeah, it's going by quickly. It's good.
Yeah. I always look forward to this one though because it's the week's halfway done, you know. And what's funny
Yep.
is you guys do most of your work before this show starts. I do most of my work after it starts because I work on Thursday and Friday, and I work like 31 hours between those 2 days. So yeah, I do most of my work in those 2 days. But anyway, it's good to see you. Let's see who's in the chat real quick. First guy in tonight. Well, you know, he's making sure he's in first. Did you see what time he put that up there, man? Did you see that comment? My man shows up at 12:31 to make sure he's first now.
There are some who call me Tim.
Tim is not to be outdone, man. Vince has been challenging him the last few weeks, but Tim is not to be outdone. He was in here first. There he is. What's going on, Tim? Good to see you from across the pond. And also from over there, we got our man Vince. He's in here tonight. He was doing a show with the 32 Flares and Nick Weiser earlier, and he just got here. He said it's perfect timing. Yes, that's where it's at, man. And we've got Christian DeLorme in the house, working and listening. Good to see you, man. Good to see all my Gilded brothers. A lot of people are leaving Gilded, though. A lot of them don't like Gilded now that they're making you. I guess it's something to do with Roblox. You're linking your Roblox account with it or something like that. A lot of them don't like that, so a lot of people are leaving it.
The game Roblox?
What's that?
Isn't that a video game?
Yeah, I mean, I first saw it on my iPhone, but yeah, friggin', it's more than a video game. Look, all the kids love it because they can make their own games with it. It's something you just have to check out, man. The graphics are like Minecraft, you know, but it's something the kids are getting into. Anyway, Gilded's got a policy. They want you to link your account with it. So, you know. Oh, you're in the U.S., are you? Well, why are you rooting for a team from way across the ocean, man? That logo is for what is that? Is that a rugby team? I don't remember what you told me that was. I didn't know you were in the U.S. though. I thought you were over in Europe.
I think that was a French ballerina team. I think. I think that's what it was.
No, I think it's a rugby team. I think it's an Australian rugby team. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I'm not sure, but he'll tell me. He'll let me know. But anyway, good to see you guys. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna start with the pop culture update, and that always starts with, let's see. Look, Fridays and Sundays show, Joe. Yeah, okay, sure. Anyway, we got let's see, he says I'm leaving too. Roblox bought Gildan and is now demands a Roblox account to log in. Really?
Yeah.
I haven't had a problem with it myself, but you know, hey, I guess they're gonna make people do that. I don't know. Of course I stay logged into it, so I guess if I logged out I'd run into that problem. But anyway, we're going to start with the pop culture update here. Of course, you know, the box office this weekend. Now, this is just for the 5th through the 7th. This isn't the 3rd through the 7th. I think actually Despicable Me has made 122 million since the first day it opened, and it opened on that Wednesday, didn't it?
Yeah, the 3rd. Yeah,
that night. So, yeah, he goes. He says the team is the North Melbourne Kangaroos. Yeah, but it's a rugby team, right? Australian rules team, Aussie rules team. Yeah, I think it's a rugby team. Anyway, and Ariel's here. She's saying hello to everyone. I'm in the hospital because I had a seizure last night. Yeah. She had it during our show last night, and your dad was nice enough to get on and let us know where you were at. I hope you're doing okay, darling. I hope you're feeling better. But let's see. Vince says Roblox is, of course, traded on the stock market, and the demand accounts just to show the Roblox is active and growing. Yeah, that's bizarre, dude. It's stupid. Okay, but anyway, Despicable Me. Now, John seems to think this is going to outdo Inside Out 2. I don't think it is. It's the fourth. It's the fourth installment, and these numbers actually bear into what I'm talking about.
If you want to be technical, it's the sixth.
Right. Okay. Yeah, true. But what I'm saying is, you see that number 122 million. The Inside Out movie made 154 in its first 3 days. So, and it's become the quickest one to a million. It only
we mentioned in a previous show that this isn't a great summer for. I would rectify that too. It's not a great summer for adults.
No.
Kids have some great movies.
Yeah,
they have some great ones.
Look at that. I mean, Inside Out's in its fourth week, and it made 30 million.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. They're killing it. A Quiet Place is number 3 with 20 million, and then it drops off badly. Maxine, which nobody, I'd think, even remotely wanted to go see. It looks like a pure.
I can't imagine how much money they put into the advertising on that one too.
Yeah, they put
insanity.
a lot into it. They did. I saw it everywhere. And then Boys Ride or Die is down to 6 million, but it had a good run there. For the adult movies, they'd take 177 million right now. I'm sure Fall Guy or Furiosa would take that number. You know what I'm saying? So, what was Maxine? Maxine, it looks
it's a horror.
Yeah, it's a horror movie, but it's like the chick is like a porn star, and she's
it's like a risque horror.
Yeah, risque horror movie. Might be right up your alley.
Yeah.
Really, now that I'm thinking about it, it might be up your alley. But look, you must have missed the show because I'm pretty sure we watched the trailer for that here, didn't we? I'm pretty sure we did.
I don't remember watching. If we did, I didn't pay attention.
It wasn't memorable. It was mediocre horror movie. Yes, exactly. But anyway, I mean, of course, we're going to talk about some of these numbers, but man, Despicable Me had a good. The kids are going to the movies. They're out of school. They're going to movies. So we're going to see how much the adults want to support something here in a couple weeks, though, because we're not far from. The Deadpool Wolverine movie, and my God, the advertisements are getting funnier and funnier for that fucking shit. Have you seen that one they got with they're talking about Desperate Housewives on Hulu? Have you seen that one?
No.
God, it's hilarious, man. Good Lord. He purposely zooms in on Hugh Jackman's butt while he's doing the ad and not where he's not paying attention to it. It's hilarious, man. You just have to see it. Don't think we watched the trailer, or at least not while I was here. Okay. Well, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think we watched. I don't think anyone had any interest.
I watch all the trailers, so I go and watch everything. So, okay, so we touched on this one last week. We've got Hollywood icon Paramount agrees to $28 billion merger deal, and it looks like this time it's going to go forward because. The lady that was holding up the deal to begin with, Sherry Redstone, is going to sell her family's controlling stake in the company in a complex transaction that will result in the new firm worth $28 billion. So she was the one holding it up last time, and they've got 45 days before they have to make a move on this, but it looks like it's going to happen. And I thought it was interesting to point out that not everything's rosy. This from the Hollywood Reporter: Paramount's merger with Skydance to test Department of Justice's tolerance for big media consolidation. Hollywood has been massive consolidation over the past decade. Regulators could take that into account if they choose to challenge a deal to effectively combine David Ellison's company with Sherry Redstone's empire. Well, it's not going to be Sherry Redstone's empire anymore because they're selling their controlling interest. So, but I thought it was interesting that the Hollywood Reporter put this out. It's almost like somebody's trying to stir up some shit over there. You know what I'm saying? To get the DOJ to look at it. You know what I mean? Go check the report out and see what you think yourself. Me personally, I don't know what to think of that one. I mean, it's a production company that made mostly movies, merging with Paramount to keep them afloat because they are in bad shape. Let's see what we got here. So how is everyone, both chat and stream, doing? We're doing fine. We had tornadoes out the ass on Monday because of Burrell. My sister-in-law lost her house. Two trees fell on it. She when I talked to her on the phone, she said it was either 2 or 3, but she lives out in the country and they got hit pretty hard. And of course, she lives in a tornado magnet mobile home, a nice one, but still it's a mobile home. Yeah, let's see. But it's okay for Disney to buy Fox, Marvel, Hulu, Star Wars. Yeah, it's okay for Disney to buy up anything they want, right? That's what I'm saying about that article title and everything. It sounds like they're trying to stir some shit, What do you think? What do you think of that one there? You think that's going to turn out to be a good thing? I don't know how much you know about Skydance and what they put out. Basically, Skydance is the Tom Cruise movie company. Is what they are. They make all of his movies, and his name is on damn near everything that he makes. So, what do you think of that one, Knock? And any opinion on that one?
Not really. It's not going to change anything for me.
I don't think a lot of people, they're all hyped about it because they think it's going to change Star Trek because Star Trek's gotten really bad on Paramount since they got that property. And I got news for you guys. That's not going to change. They've got contracts they got to honor and shit. So, let's see. Have you seen how many, that map of companies that Disney owns? Yes, I have. That's what you need to be scared of is what Disney owns. They own a lot of shit. Not yet, buddy. You haven't missed it. Don't worry, Wookie. You haven't missed it, brother. Let's see. Okay. This next one's going to make everybody happy, I got a feeling, because not only is it another sequel to a franchise we dig, but it looks like all the components are coming back to it. Shrek 5, set for 2026, with Michael Myers, Eddie Murphy, and Cameron Diaz returning to do the voices. So,
God, you want a movie that could possibly get $1 billion?
Come on, bro. They put out a friggin'
talk about the member berries on this one,
right? I don't think there's a person living that hasn't seen a Shrek movie and hasn't enjoyed this franchise, man. So, yeah, that ought to be fun. I'm hyped for it. I'm all hyped for it, man. One of my favorite things. Which one was it where they had the cops segment? I think it was called Nights or something like that.
Yeah. It was a kid catnip. That's not mine.
That's too funny, man. Let's see. Vince says the problem with Star Trek is that it is owned by Paramount and CBS. One for the TV stuff and the other for movies. Yeah. They're owned by, that's the same company though. Paramount and CBS are the same company.
You shut your whore mouth there, Wookie.
What's he saying? Shrek 2 is the best, Ariel says. And Wookie says Shrek was Oh, come on, man. Shrek was awesome. Give me a break. That was in Shrek 2. Yeah, that whole thing. Yeah, the white Bronco. Yes, the white Bronco. It was so
yeah.
Oh, wasn't enough nudity and drinking. Oh my God.
Okay. Oh, you want more nudity? Go ahead and watch The Acolyte, episode 6. There you go.
Yeah,
here's your nudity.
Episode 6. You'll get your nudity. Yeah, no doubt. The only thing is it's a guy, But yeah, you get.
Hey, he didn't specify. He didn't specify that.
No, I know he didn't. But yeah, I'm hyped for this. I know you are too, Knock. I know you're a fan of that series.
I saw something about it, but at this point, I just don't trust Facebook posts. So.
No, yeah, well,
They've turned into just a bunch of AI crap that
right.
I never know exactly. So I usually go whenever I see something like big news that they try to clickbait kind of shit. I go to like Twitter and stuff like that. See if it's trending. If it's trending, it's true.
Right.
Well, it's a true story. It's a trending story, not a fake thing. So.
Right. Yeah, you've got to do your due diligence on these things these days for some damn reason. I don't know why that is, but you definitely do.
That's why, like when what was it, John? What was it, a couple weeks ago? We started talking about that Paramount thing. He was like, "Oh, somebody bought Paramount." Okay, yeah. I was like, "Okay, let me go to Twitter." It would be on X, and it would be trending that a major company was bought out.
Right.
And it wasn't. So I was like, I don't know about that.
Yeah. Look, the ink has not been signed. The proposal's in, and like I said, the person that was holding it up is selling her controlling stock. So, it looks like it's going to be happening. So, let's see. Vince says, "Oh God, I just watched Disparu and Drinkers reviews, and I still couldn't stomach that past episode 4." Talking about the Acolyte. Look, guys, I'm going to show you when we do the review of this week's episode. I'm going to show you something very interesting about Paramount Plus right now. They're not even pushing this show. They're kind of hiding it. You have to go looking for it right now.
I mean, when I looked it up this morning, it was there at the front. So I mean, I think it's just off and on. I know what you're saying. For me, it was there. So
yeah. Maybe
you just don't do enough Star Wars. Maybe you just don't do it. Your algorithm doesn't show enough Star Wars.
Well, this is the thing. Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say that's absolutely right, because we know the first thing that pops up on yours is going to be Star Wars because you're all about it. But I don't use this to watch my movies and stuff on. I just pull it up for the show. So yeah, there's this thing knows nothing about that. So you're absolutely right. It may be to where they're not hiding it. Just depends on what you do. Me brain not working. He can't even spell now. You got
yourself on that Drinkers reviews. That's what it is.
Let's see.
Who's drinking?
Using my mental wellness, I stopped the Acolyte cold turkey. You go, man.
I respect that. I feel like, and I mentioned it before. Some time out we were discussing it. I feel like at this point, if you're still watching it and you really really hate it, you just hate watching at this point. And just trying to see the. And I know you mentioned kind of the train wreck aspect of it.
It's a train wreck for me. It's I can't take my eyes off it. I've got to see how they're going to try and explain this shit. I have to see.
Yeah, and they have 30 minutes to do it, and they have one episode left. Like, it's impossible. There's just no way we're going to be satisfied with this ending. There's just no possible way.
He put a period on it. I don't know what he sent. If it's an emoji, I'm not seeing it, buddy. But anyway, let's get through this so we can get to that review we're going to do. Let's see. Oh, Sam's here. Nice. What's up, Sam? How you doing, brother?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How'd your show go?
Pretty good so far, sir. So,
all right. Cool.
New episode tonight at 9:30. So
very good
on Rumble.
That'll work.
So can't complain too much, but don't let me interrupt you though. Keep going.
Oh no, I always acknowledge people when they show up, man. It's good to see you. It's good. It's fantastic to see you. No, I just thrown this up here. We got Alec Baldwin had his first day in court today about the Rust shooting. Says here from Deadline, Alec Baldwin's involuntary manslaughter Rust trial. What you need to know and how to watch and who will testify. Well, I can tell you where to watch it at. There's several law tubers that are covering it. Of course, I'm sure Law and Crime is covering it too. My favorite law tuber is kind of not doing well these days. I'm sure he's not doing this show, but I did watch the opening statements this morning, and boy, Baldwin looks scared to death, man. He does. He looks scared to death.
You mean cocaine lawyers?
Yes, right, exactly. That fella right there is not doing well. But I think
I saw a quote somewhere. Sorry, Joe. I thought I saw a quote somewhere where he's like, the prosecutor was like he was playing with a gun or something like that. It was like, well, he's an actor, so yes, of course he was playing with a gun.
Right.
Like, I don't know. I just thought that was funny.
Yeah, it's look, man. This is going to be rough for him, man. It's going to be rough. It's a manslaughter case, which is, it's not murder. At best, it was an accidental discharge. But if he showed negligence with that gun, just pointing it at people, man, oof. And they can prove that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if there's actual footage of him doing it. Of course, we don't know much about it at all. But
I think his career is over, regardless of the outcome.
Yeah, when there's a death on set, you really don't hear from people that are culpable in it anymore. You really don't see them too much no more. I remember back when John Landis, when Vic Morrow got killed in that helicopter crash, when him and those two kids got killed doing a night shoot, Landis was done. He didn't make another big budget movie in Hollywood. He pretty much disappeared. So I think you're right about that, Sam. I think he's pretty much done. No matter how this turns out, he's going to be finished. Let's see. Vince says, "Hail, Sam." Let's see.
Hail, Vince.
Let's see. Wookie says everything is bad. It has no redeemable qualities. Well, he must be talking about the Acolyte. Let's see. Have you followed the Karen Reed case on uncivil law? No, I have not seen that one. Is that the girl that ran over her policeman boyfriend in Boston? I think that's what that one's about that he's talking about.
Yeah, I think so.
He is also covering the Baldwin trial. Yeah, I'm sure. Absolutely. No, I haven't been following the Karen Reed trial, but anyway, it's going to be interesting to see. Yeah, he was confirming that I was right. It's the girl that ran over her boyfriend, who happened to be a cop in Boston. But anyway, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with Alec here, but I can tell you this: it's not good. It's not good, and I'm with you, Sam. I don't think we're going to hear too much more from Alec Baldwin after this.
I'm not even sure if I'm going to watch this one, to be honest, just because like I don't really give a shit about Alec Baldwin, especially after some of the stuff that he's said about like the evil MAGA people. He's right. He's one of those lunatics. I'm not saying he deserves to be locked up if he if he didn't do anything.
If it's
wrong,
an accident, it's an accident. I just hope the truth comes out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hear you. This isn't like the Johnny Depp trial. We're not going to be, on the edge of our seat. Wanting to see what happens. Yeah, it's
yeah, and it's not like the Kyle Rittenhouse trial either. Which,
right. Where there was definitely we had footage of it and we could tell that he was defending himself and things like that. So I mean, yeah, it's this one right here. We'll see how many people watch it. I'm not interested in it myself, but it is relevant in the news and it has to do with Hollywood. So I decided we go ahead and cover it.
Oh yeah.
What I'm wondering is this movie Rust ever going to come out?
Yeah,
I doubt they'll ever put it out. Myself.
Well, that's the more interesting thing. That's what I want to know because from what I understand, like they already sunk a bunch of money into it. There was already
yeah, he's producing it, which means money. Producers are the money behind it, and they get things done with it. And yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see what goes on with that one. Well, we got another Western to talk about here.
Also,
go ahead.
Just real quick on that, like
yeah, sure.
I don't know if either of you remember, but Louis C.K. actually had a movie that was going to come out. Like it was all wrapped and done, and it was like ready to head out to theaters, and then when his whole scandal broke,
it got buried.
It got shelved, and nobody ever really saw it except for like one person, and you know that film was like completely done and wrapped and everything, and you know we may never see it.
So everybody that put their money into that didn't see a nickel of it back, right? I mean, unless the studio that made it paid them for their trouble, you know. I mean, we don't know what goes on with that kind of stuff. But Vince says he's going to catch the highlights on that trial. Go ahead.
Yeah, and that's kind of my point. Is like I'm talking a film that's like completely you know, that's completely done and you know in the can, and as far as I know, Russ was still shooting.
It's not done yet. No.
Yeah,
it's not finished.
So So what I'm saying is if Louis C.K.'s film, which is already done, if that's not going to see the light of day, then I doubt we're ever going to see Rust or anything.
I think you're absolutely correct, and I think you're right about the fact that we're probably not going to see anything else out of Alec Baldwin either. Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, the next one, and you guys know I'm a fan, and I got to keep covering this story, man. Kevin Costner's Horizon 2 pulled from August release after first movie bombs at the box office. I hate to hear that because he's put a lot of money into this. He put $38 million of his own money into it, and the cost of it was $100 million. But apparently, it has been pulled. They're going to give people a better chance to see it on PV, you know, paid video on demand and that kind of thing to build it up before they release the second one. So I hate to see it because I'm a big Costner fan, but were either one of you interested in seeing this movie at all? I'm going to see it before it gets out of the theaters, but either one of you guys interested in seeing it?
Well, that's the thing is like I might see it, but like I had no idea that it was even out, and so like I'm not sure that it bombed because of a lack of interest. I just think it was because of a lack of awareness, to be honest.
Well, I think it could be. Well, I saw some advertising for it, but the thing about this one is Costner makes long movies, first of all. And
yeah, he does.
Not only is this long, but it's chapter 1 in a 4-parter. And, you know, from what I heard from everybody that reviewed it and saw it, they liked it. It seemed like a television show to them, though. They were saying, like, he should have put this on television. And the other thing about it was it didn't have a clear ending, and it almost had, like, previews for the next chapter at the end of it, you know, kind of thing.
Well, people are also really upset that he left Yellowstone.
That's true too, though. Yeah.
People are actually mad about that, and so I think there's kind of that you know aspect to it. Now from what I've heard from people, like I guess Taylor Sheridan can be a bit of an ass to work with. But so can Kevin Costner, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm not, you know.
Eclay says, I saw this coming. Go ahead, sir.
I was just going to say, I can understand why the Yellowstone fans are upset, and I'm kind of one of them, as I do like that show.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I can also, I mean, I don't know. Hollywood is a weird business, which is why I write books instead of writing movies.
Yeah, so. I hear you, man. I hear you. Eclay says, I saw this coming from a mile away. I can't believe Kevin is that dumb to stake everything on this, but I guess he is. Well, I mean, this isn't the first time he's done this. I mean, all I have to do is say 2 titles for you. Waterworld, which he produced, you know, and The Postman. I mean, neither one of these movies did well in the box office, but they were passion projects of his, you know. And this seems to happen every time he does one of these passion projects, man. To your point, Vince says, I barely heard of Horizon. To your point, Sam.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw plenty of advertising for it, though. Don't even know what it's about. It's about our expanse across the West. That's what it's about. Had to switch to Rumble since YouTube was causing problems. Really? Sorry to hear that. Long movies is not a problem. No, it's not. Movies that don't hold your attention are. And that's what I heard. I heard that this one has like there's 4 different storylines and only one of them you give a shit about. That and the fact that Costner doesn't even show up in the movie for the first hour. You know, it's yeah.
Well, and from what I've heard, if you've seen 1883, the Yellowstone prequel,
I haven't seen the prequels yet. I'm caught up on the series, but I haven't seen the prequels yet.
Yeah, I did see 1883, and it was pretty good. It's not as good as Lonesome Dove. There are people who are saying it's better than Lonesome Dove, and I'm sorry, but like
that's a high bar, man. That's my favorite Western television's ever produced. So yeah, I don't know about that.
Same here.
That's a high bar.
It's my favorite Western of all time, and so you're never going to beat that for me. But I mean, it is a good series, and so if what people are saying is true, and that this is just Kevin Costner's version of 1883, then I mean,
yeah,
okay,
it's about the building of a town called Horizon from its first stake going up, and plus they also give you the American Indians perspective on what they thought about these people moving in, that kind of thing, and you can tell a war's coming between them and stuff like that. So I don't know, I'm gonna go see it because and this is something the reviewers all said about it. They said that everybody they saw in that theater when they went were old. They were older folks going to see it. It's definitely not getting young people to go see it at all. So it's all people that are fans of Westerns. And we talked about this last week. I asked the question, does this mean that the Western is dead? And I said, no, I don't think so. It goes up and down,
I don't think so at all, because Red Dead Redemption, which granted, Red Dead Redemption is a video game, right? But it technically still is a Western.
But it's a popular video game, man. Yeah, you tune in Twitch, and there's always thousands of people watching that game. There really is.
Right, but that's kind of my point. Is like young people love that game, and it's and that is a Western. So I don't think it's a genre thing, and I mean, lots of young people love Yellowstone and love the prequel, series. So I don't think it's so much of an age thing as again, it's a marketing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, fellas, we have got a couple of trailers to look at here. Let me go ahead and do my magic real quick. We had a couple of trailer drops this week. The first one we're going to look at is Gladiator 2, boys and girls. Let's check this out real quick, see what's going on with it. Of course, now, I'm going to have to stop it every once in a while. But let's check this out. This is by the maker of the first one, right? It's a Ridley Scott film. So let's check it out.
Is that why this is sideways?
I never forgot it. That a slave could take revenge against an emperor.
Where were you born?
I don't know. I never knew a mother nor a father.
You will be my instrument.
Who are you?
Check it out. He's a pimp in this one. No, I'm just kidding. Looks like Denzel is going to be playing the part that, what was his name? The guy from Oliver Twist, man. I always forget his damn name. The dude they stabbed to death. The guy that was running the slaves in the first one. You guys remember that guy's name? I don't remember his name.
Oh, yeah.
Help me out in the chat. He's an old time actor. He hadn't done. It was Oliver something. Oliver Reed. That's it. Yes. Thank you very much. Oliver Reed. Yes, that's it. Apparently he's playing the Oliver Reed part. So that actually fits. When I heard that Denzel Washington was going to be in this, I was like, what's he going to be? Denzel, Damon Hansu's dad or something, or him old or something. But yeah, this makes sense right here.
Did you hear that crowd? The greatest temple Rome ever built. The Colosseum. Because this is what they believe in. Power.
Wow, they're having water sports in the Colosseum, man. And from what I understand, they actually did this in not for the movie. I'm saying back then they actually did that occasionally. They would fill up the bottom of the Colosseum with water. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That is nuts. Acolyte Thomas says Pimpus Maximus. All right, let's go.
General Acacius, there are victories yet still to come.
Rome has so many subjects, she must feed them.
They can eat war.
We have girls with bows and arrows fighting. I don't know about all that. But this all looks cool to me, though. What do you think, Doc? This looks pretty neat to me.
Yeah, I dug this trailer.
Yeah, it's pretty cool looking. The chance to see what's his name, Pedro Pascal get killed on screen, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
Again?
Yeah, again. We know we're going to see it next fall.
You have something. I knew it from the start.
Did you now?
Well, I was talking about the first time, Game of Thrones.
Now, who is this guy? I don't know who this actor is. I haven't seen him in anything. Paul Mescal is his name. I don't know who that dude is, but he looks the part. He looks tough. I don't know. What do you think of it so far, Sam? What do you think?
I mean, so two things. I think Pedro Pascal is kind of the new Sean Bean.
Yeah, he's in everything. Like, yeah.
He's well, and he's always, the running joke with Sean Bean is how long until it gets killed off, right? And that's kind of the thing with Pedro Pascal now. But I mean, I think I'll be interested in this if this is an actual sequel. If it's just a remake, then meh.
Now, it's not a remake, but Vince is
definitely not a remake.
This is basically Gladiator 1 reskinned. Yeah, it looks like it's going to have the kid. It's got the son of the oh God, I can't remember the girl's name. I just watched a movie with her in it the other night too. But the mom, that was trying to help Maximus the whole time, her son is apparently either Pedro Pascal or that other idiot that we keep seeing. But he's definitely not this guy. I'm wondering where this guy came from. That's what I'm wondering.
This is about survival! Come on! Hold together, and when the charges break, for the wall.
Check out that rhino, man. He already killed somebody, dude. That's got blood on it.
When I saw that show, I was like, is that a fucking rhino? I saw an article somewhere where Ridley Scott has been waiting 25 years to use that rhino.
Yep. And yeah, she is also in it. Yep, she's in it. Oh, Soldier. That's the movie I watched the other day with her in it. Yeah, when she was really young. Okay, here we go.
Whose head could I give you that would satisfy this fury?
The entire Roman armies.
Too much.
Entire Roman armies. Oh, did you see that? He shot at him while he was up in the stands, man. Oh, that's bold. Look out. Look out. Connie Nielsen. Yeah, she's beautiful, dude. She also played Wonder Woman's mom in the current DC movies, if you remember.
And looking at this guy's track record, he's in movies I've never seen before. Even.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, he's not. As far as I can tell, he's not. This is his breakout role.
Yeah, and this will be the thing to get him going. Let's see. Yes, sadly, I missed the Soldier stream. Yeah, it's a good movie.
Rome must fall. I need only give it a push.
We'll make it out alive. All right. Dance on the mausoleum floor. Bloodstains the Colosseum floor.
Okay, what's up with the rap music? I don't think they had too many rappers in Rome. I I hate that when they do that to one of these period pieces, put modern music over it. It's just stupid. Everything I'm seeing, though, makes me want to go see this movie. Everything I'm seeing looks good, you know? Looks like Denzel Washington's going to do just fine. And by the way, that's historically accurate. There were guys from Africa running slaves to be gladiators in the Roman Colosseum at that time. So that is historically accurate. Yeah. So this looks like it's good to me. I don't know.
Belong to Maximus. Now I give it to you.
Oh, she's giving Maximus his stuff.
People are not free.
I was on. Now.
I mean, they're making it look like that's the kid.
Yeah, they kind of are, but I'm wondering if that's the kid right there.
I don't see that.
This guy here.
How? You know? Like, they would have... I don't see it. No, it's way more likely he's the gladiator than those guys.
Okay. Well, we'll see. I mean, you know.
I mean, he must have learned nothing when he was a kid.
Nothing in here tells us who the characters are. So we'll look up the IMDb page here.
Well, I would say it's a lot more likely, you know, he's getting the armor from the mom, you know. Yeah. Come on. I mean, there's nothing to indicate those guys are it. It's way more likely that he is.
Okay. All right. I got you.
Not waste another generation of young men for their vanity.
Straight another.
Is it Pablo Pascal?
It could be. There was a kissing scene there. I don't know who was in it, but
that's the beauty of running backwards. We can do that. Let's see. Who was it?
Because if that's Pedro and the mom kissing, then obviously,
obviously that's not right. Hang on, it was somewhere in here.
Something like that.
For their vanity.
Strength and honor.
Strength and honor. That was Pedro, I think.
And it was some long-haired chick.
I'm gonna have to do the clicking. That's Pedro. Pretty sure that's Pedro Pascal. They're kind of lip locked pretty tight there.
Yeah, that looked like a younger woman too.
Yep.
Yeah, not blonde. I think she's wearing blonde in that one. I mean, it is a spectacle if she could change hair. Who knows?
I don't know, man. That looks like it ought to be good. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but
I think I might go see it in theaters for sure.
It looks like it's worth it. Look, one thing that I've definitely noticed, the CGI isn't crap. A lot of these movies we've been seeing lately haven't been very good. The CGI have been mailed in. My God, I don't know if you saw that Flash movie, but man, the CGI in that was horrible. It was so bad.
Hang on, Ariel, what are you talking? She says the Emperor's sister and son were killed in the last movie. Huh? They literally walked out the last scene.
No.
What are you talking about?
She was preaching the greatness of Maximus at the end of that movie. You need to watch that movie again. They were
your memories.
His son and his wife were killed. Maybe that's what you're confusing there.
Yeah.
The two characters we're talking about were they lived at the end of it. Matter of fact, they were right there next to him when he was dying on the floor of the Colosseum. So
it's been a long time since I've seen the first one.
Yeah. I mean, I've watched it so many times. It's ingrained.
I was fixing to say, I don't need to watch the first one again. I know every word of it. It is one of the greatest movies ever made. It came out, I believe, in 2000 or 2001, and Russell Crowe won back-to-back Oscars for Best Actor. He won it for that one, and then the very next year, he made A Beautiful Mind about John Nash, and won another one. Right back to back. So, yeah, I'll never forget that. Let's see. The Emperor placed a venomous snake in her bed. I don't know what movie you're watching. I don't know. It's not Gladiator, young lady, because that's not how it ended. No. To get rid of her for betraying him. Okay.
No, he was obsessed with her. He would never. Yeah.
Yeah. That was his sister. He would not have killed her. Yeah. Let's see.
She's literally giving the speech at the end of the movie.
Sunscreen on. That's funny, man. That's funny. But yeah, let's. That's one I'll think about giving a try, man. Really. That's one that like I said, the CGI looks good. And as much as we've been hearing, they've been working these CGI guys to death, and especially in the MCU movies, not producing good stuff. It sure seems to me. I know I watched the last 2 Planet of the Apes movies, and they don't mail it in those movies, man. That CGI in those Planet of the Apes movies is great. They do a fantastic job on that stuff.
And I have Apple TV Plus, so I watched Napoleon, which is the Ridley Scott film that came out at the end of last year, and that was really good. And I
want to see it. I haven't had a chance to see it yet, and we just now that I know it's on Apple Plus.
Yeah. Joe was all excited for it when he was on Tuesday. He never went and saw it. He literally talked about it all last year.
Yeah, I did.
Up until its release. I went and saw it. He never did.
Yep.
What a fraud.
Hey, I had heard that it was bad, so hey.
It's. I think it's really good, but again, like, I didn't really know anything about Napoleon. I really didn't know anything about Napoleon, whereas like my mom is kind of like a French history nut. So I asked her what she thought of it, and she's like, "Yeah, no, it was good." So.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, let's see. Vince says, "I love the scene in the first one when the gates open and Maximus cries out, 'It's Morbin time.'" That's right. Yeah, now we're just making shit up about Gladiator. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Napoleon sucks. The movie, at least. Okay. Well, I don't know. I haven't had a chance to.
If you have Apple Plus and it's on Apple Plus, it's worth watching it.
Yeah, Well, what I was going to say was we just got our new iPhones and my new iPad, so we got 3 months of it. I can start the free trial whenever I want to. Now that I know that's on there. And speaking of Apple Plus, we got another trailer, and this one, I don't know if we need this, but we're going to take a look at it. You may not know anything about this, Knock. This is an old movie that they're making into a television show on Apple Plus. It's called Time Bandits. This ought to be interesting. Check this out.
Why can't you be a normal person with normal friends?
Well, I've Scott. You're stuck in the past, Kevin.
You got to stop it with all these Vikings and the ancient Greeks as well.
Now, this is a remake of a classic Terry Gilliam movie. Now, if you don't know who Terry Gilliam is, he was part of the Monty Python troupe, and he made several movies that were just fantastic, but he does make odd stuff. And in this one, it's the Time Bandits, and this little boy is obsessed with history, and he's about to find out about history through guys that work for God if they follow the same script. Do you know the movie I'm talking about, Sam?
Yeah, I think I do. When did the original Time Bandits came?
Oh, it was in the 80s, buddy. It was
okay.
It was the 80s.
Then I've seen it because I took like two semesters of 80s film.
Yeah. Vince says time wokies, good time for a toilet break. Oh man, damn. He says watch the original. Yeah. Let's see. Let's take a look at it.
Mom, my wardrobe's moving.
Ooh, I like that horn there.
Yep.
With it.
And yes, he just
okay. All right.
threw his wardrobe right into a Viking attack, right?
Hold on. How is he here?
What's going on?
Your room. It's a time egress.
He's never done that before.
And it allows us to travel throughout the universe.
Is that Phoebe?
Tell me who you are, or I will show you. I am
Phoebe.
From Friends. What's her name? Lisa Kudrow.
Lisa Kudrow? We'll have to wait and see. Let's see.
I feel that sounds like her. It looks like her.
Is it? Okay. But these are the guys that they're going to have. Okay. These are. Okay. Here's a big difference between this and the Time Bandits. First of all, there's no girls. Secondly, they're all midgets. They're guys that repair the universe for God. All the mistake.
So this is Snow White, the Apple TV version.
The Apple TV version, exactly right.
Yeah, well, yeah, well, we can thank Peter Dinklage for ruining.
Exactly, right? For costing all those little people their jobs. What's going on? Awesome one. Good to see you. We're going over the Time Bandits trailer. Check this out.
I'm Penelope, and I am, in effect, the leader. Fundamentally, though, we are all equal.
Yeah, that's her.
Who are you guys?
A crack team of expert thieves. Nothing is too big for us to steal. Oh, okay. Now that we're close, maybe it is too big to steal.
The Trojan horse? What? Come on. Oh, my God.
You have a map that can take us
Taika
through time.
Waititi.
Wow, Manus Musa. Some people say you're even richer than Jeff Bezos from Amazon.
Wealthier than the mighty Jeff Bezos of the Amazon.
What the fuck? That's too much, man. Oh, man. Why are they not dwarves? Peter Dinklage, once again, I don't know if you remember, but back when they decided not to use little people on Snow White, he was bitching about that. Yeah. That's too much.
It is. That map cannot and must not fall into the wrong hands. I shudder to think what would happen.
Bring me that map.
With it, I could create a universe of pure evil. Stop laughing. It's evil, therefore it's serious.
Oh my God. So the devil's going to get involved earlier this time, apparently. Oh my God. Too much, man. Too much. This is crazy.
Return the map.
What did everyone steal? I got this beautiful vase.
Vase.
Oh, vase?
Boss.
Everyone got a vase?
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of funny. It's the easiest thing to steal. I don't know.
Yep. David Warner did that role better. Yeah, David Warner was badass as the devil, no
For a
doubt.
brief moment in my life, I felt like I was part of a team.
Yes, okay. Let's take him home.
This isn't my house.
Yeah, there's your family over there.
They're not my family.
But they look exactly like you.
This sounds like a family matter, and we should give them space.
Okay, I'm laughing. Oh my God. Oh, good Lord. That's crazy.
I mean, hopefully we didn't see the best jokes of the whole series.
Right.
But, you know.
Hopefully not. And it's Apple Plus.
Oh man, couple weeks.
Here's the thing. The day before my birthday. My birthday's the 25th, and Deadpool comes out the very day afterwards. So, and you're going to see Creed around that time too, aren't you? Knock, I think.
Yeah,
somewhere around there.
Yeah, that Friday.
But yeah, let's see what everybody else is thinking of it. She says, let's see. Awesome one says, so this is more kid-friendly show. It looks that way.
Which is kind of strange for an Apple TV. They have a lot of serious
hard-hitting stuff. Yeah. Since Tuesday, I was thinking of streaming the original on Gilded, just looking for a time slot. Yeah, the original's fantastic. By the way, Knock, I recommend the first one. It's one of my favorite movies from that time period.
I think I might give it a go before this show. Yeah. Give me some perspective.
Well, if you've ever have you ever watched any Monty Python stuff?
Just the Holy Grail. Just the
Holy
OG.
Grail. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I've seen clips from other ones, but yeah, that's the movie I've ever seen multiple times.
Terry Gilliam is a guy he's almost in every scene of that movie, but you don't know him because he's playing little parts. He's not playing the major parts. But he was a movie director who, my gosh, some of his movies are some of the best you'll ever see. Some of my favorites are The Fisher King with Robin Williams and Jeff Bridges. That one's fantastic. Time Bandits, of course. 12 Monkeys is another one he made with Brad Pitt and Bruce Willis. That one's off the chain, but it's always something very strange, man. He does he thinks way outside the box when he makes a show. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's definitely going to be weird. Let's see. Awesome one says all whites are the same, I guess. Okay. Let's see. This is almost as bad as the Acolyte. Well, I don't know. We'll have to see. I can't really judge it until I see it. I was laughing pretty hard there at the end of it. if that made you laugh, you really need to watch the original. I've seen the original several times, man. I know damn near every word of that movie. I love it. It's fantastic. But let me be clear here, Vince. I will be jaded watching this, comparing it to the first one the whole time, because yeah, you'd have to see the Time Bandits from the first one, Knock. They're all midgets, and they're great, dude. They're fantastic. They really are. If I don't compare, I might like it. I didn't even chuckle. Well, I laughed at the end of it. Knock, not even Life of Brian. No, I'm telling you, those are old flicks. Go ahead.
I kind of remember it ish. I'd have to see it again.
Yeah, Fisher King is good. Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
I'm 29 and I've seen The Life of Brian.
Yeah, Life of Brian is a funny movie. It really is. And blasphemer, Eclay says. But anyway, okay. Well, boys and girls, that is it. What do you think? You're going to give that a try? I'll give it a look, but if it doesn't grab me right away, I'm not going to stick with it too long. It's going to have to be funny, that's for sure. And with Taika Waititi being involved, Taika Waititi he doesn't need to make a Marvel movie ever again, okay? But his funnier stuff, like What We Do in the Shadows, that shit is funny. He did a great job on that, but he doesn't need to touch superhero movies. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what his take is on this one. And damn, the main dwarf. Yeah, I know. He's great. Bring out your dead. That's right. That's the Holy Grail. That's out of Holy Grail. But yeah, I'll give it a try. What do you think, Sam? You gonna give that one a try, or?
Yeah, I mean, since I already have this, since I already pay for it, I might as well.
Yeah.
I've got it bundled with my music, so it's no problem. But like you, if it doesn't grab me by the first episode, then I won't.
We don't give them too much time, man. They got to get us in the first one or two episodes, or me and my wife aren't going to watch it.
I will say one series that I thought I wasn't going to like. Apple they came out with a series adaptation of Presumed Innocent, which is the old Harrison Ford legal drama from 1990.
Oh yeah. See, I can't even watch that though. I know how it ends. That's the thing. That is totally geared for people that are younger, have never read the book, maybe, or have never seen the movie, because we already know how it's going to end.
I've seen the movie. I've never read the book.
Well, it's based on a book from back then, and I mean the previews look great for that series and everything, but I already know how it ends, so it kind of. It kind of makes me not want to watch it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see, because I know how I've seen the original, so I've seen the original.
And don't spoil it, because there's going to be folks that want to watch this thing, and it's a twist ending. It's one of those things with a twist ending. So yeah.
I'm curious to see if they change it or how they.
I was fixing to say I mean. To get somebody like me to watch it who's seen the movie, I'm a big fan of the Harrison Ford original. I really am. But maybe they would. Yeah, I mean, they might change it. It's kind of like this. The Acolyte. When we get to that, it could be that for me. I might watch the first couple of episodes and see if it's good, and if it is, then I'll watch it. But the thing that made me instantly not want to watch it, because I love the guy that's in it, but I already know how it ends, Sam. I mean, shit. That kind of blows the whole thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But anyway, okay. Well, boys and girls, it is time for that part of the show that many people, including Wookiee, wait for every week. It's one of our newer sections, and it's all about that hot young lady.
Boom.
You know who we're talking about.
No, Sydney's.
How do you want me to handle the Sydney issue?
The Sydney issue? Well, we should have a consensus on how the White House is going to handle it. Well, I certainly hope the Sydney issue refers in some way to a problem that we're having with Australia, because if it's anything other than that,
Mr. President, Ms.
Sweeney,
to see you.
Have her come in, please. I am finished here.
Yes, sir.
There is no Sydney issue.
That's right. It is time for the Sydney stuff. I got to switch gears here, switch to a different screen. We've got our girl Sydney leaves her fans speechless with jaw-dropping selfies wearing a bandana as a top. Yeah, this is, we actually have some Instagram stuff from her this time around. She is, what did she say on this one? She said, I don't do mirror selfies often, but when I do, they are chaotic. So this is what you got on Instagram for Miss Sweeney this time around. I don't know where she took these shots at. I have no clue. Maybe this is in her new house in what was it, Miami? She bought a house. It was like $16 million house. But yeah, that's her. And she also has a new video on Instagram, and I'll show you that here in a second. I don't have to turn the sound on for that though, because it's music and I'll probably get hit by it. So, but yeah, that's craziness, man. That girl is living her best life. And then you've got this video that she put up today. I saw this just today. And it's an advertisement for something that does, it's a hair product that you use on, you keep in your purse to do your hair up with.
Yeah. The thing it is we don't care what she's selling, just that she's in it, right?
That's it. Exactly. So that is what's going on with Sydney this week, guys. That's about all I could find was the Instagram stuff and everything. So you have had your Sydney fix for this week.
Listen, if you like Sydney Sweeney, you might also like Penny Lane. And if
What's
you
that?
Know, if you like Sydney Sweeney, you might also like Penny Lane, who's also an actress and model.
Really? Okay, I'll have to check her out. Penny Lane, huh? All I know is Vince likes her. There you go, Wookie. If you're still watching, you got your fix, buddy. Can't believe Martin's not here. He's the one that loves that. But anyway, yeah, I can't help it, dude. Look, I am enthralled with her and Hawk 2 Girl. I think Hawk 2 Girl is a lot of fun to watch now too, because it's just two chicks enjoying their lives, man, and not taking themselves seriously. I think that's very cool.
I actually have something to say about Hakta, because like so right-wing Twitter has really like taken issue with her, and it's so stupid.
Yeah,
because like she just made a joke, like an offhand joke.
Yeah, well, she was. Look, I was a bartender for 18 years, Sam. I used to watch people talk like that on the street all the time. I'd go out to have a break, and we'd be having those conversations on the street. Yes, yeah, she's out having fun, man. Look at Vince. There was a product placement in that video. Didn't notice.
Again, boobies.
Right, exactly. Yeah, she could be selling rat poison. We would still watch that the ad. I'm actually just playing along, not entirely my type. Yeah, she's not my type either, but what makes her attractive to me, bud, because I'm into, look, AJ Lee is my chick, okay? She is top notch to me. I love petite brunettes, but here's the deal. This chick doesn't take herself seriously, and she's having a good time with it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
She won me over when she wore that. What did that shirt say, Knock? It said something like "Sorry for having a great rack" or something like that. I can't remember what it said.
Yeah,
but
something like
I mean, she won me over when she did that, man. That was just so great. Okay, listen up, boys and girls. I'm about to put this up here as a warning. We are about to get into the Acolyte. So, we are about to get into spoilers for The Acolyte. So when you see this again, you can tune back in after we're done doing our review of The Acolyte for this week. So from now until you see this thumbnail again, it's spoilers for The Acolyte. Okay. Now, Sam, have you watched this week's episode of The Acolyte?
I've not seen any of The Acolyte, but I don't really care, so spoil away.
Okay. I just want to make sure you understand that we're going to be talking spoilers to the show. All right. Yeah, boys and girls, it's time to talk about episode 7. It's exactly what I thought we were going to get, Knock. It's the Jedi's perspective of the events that brought this whole story around, right? And wow, where do I start with? I mean, there was good stuff and bad stuff here, but wow, once again the writing fails so badly. Look, I thought I was watching a landing party for Star Trek there at the beginning of it, man. I understand, and I understand what they were looking for, but the way they were looking for it, like they had the Wookiee with like this metal detector looking thing and stuff. I was like, I understand what a Vergence in the Force is. I mean, I think the first thing like that we were exposed to in the Star Wars universe, wasn't it that place on Dagobah that Yoda took Luke to? That place that had that was pretty concentrated with the dark side of the Force, wasn't that the first Vergence we really saw in Star Wars? Knock, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, the tree.
Pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, that's what what they were looking for, and I don't know, maybe it's witchcraft. How they were concealing themselves on that planet, where they couldn't find them. But I thought that was kind of weird the way they were looking for them. And here's our good buddy Jed. He has shown up.
I know you talked about this shitty ass show, so I'm like,
okay,
well, you go back to not talking and
have a seat while we finish the review, and then you can tell us how shitty it is.
The show that you didn't watch.
Yeah, exactly.
A show that I did watch clips of because I'm not.
That doesn't do anything. Yeah, watch the worst of everything, Jed. Understood.
I tried to tell him this last night, and he doesn't get the fact that things are taken out of context when you watch clips only. So he doesn't get that. He doesn't comprehend.
I bet you only think of the She-Hulk and you only think of that clip of them twerking at the end, which was an after credit. And people bitch about that scene nonstop. It was literally an after credit. Wasn't even part of the damn show.
No, I don't bitch about that.
They're searching for a Vergence in the Force, and they can't find 50 people with 2 kids. That was really weird to me. But they really came off like a Star Trek landing party, and I know, Knock, you wouldn't know what that means, but that's what it looked like to me. They looked like they all had tricorders and they were searching all kinds of shit. And
I'm not completely oblivious to Star Trek. I just haven't watched it.
Well, that's what it came off like to me.
They're explorers. I understand their purpose of exploring planets.
Right.
I watched Stargate.
But Jedi's doing this. It was just really weird to me. But then we see where he first comes across the girls, and he's instantly enthralled with OSHA, Occupational Safety and Hazard Administration. Yeah, that's it. Automatically has a link with her, and that okay. I can buy that one. I can buy that one. That's fine. That's fine.
Hold up. There's
Go ahead.
Jedi named OSHA.
Yeah.
Well,
the twins
sort
are
of.
OSHA and May.
Yeah.
Yes.
Holy crap.
Yeah, there was no creativity whatsoever, Sam.
But then we see the entire, what was it, the third episode? Was that the first flashback episode, Knock? I think it was the third one.
Yeah.
Or was it the fourth one? But anyway, this told it, but from the Jedi's point of view. And like I said, there was some good stuff in here, but there was stuff I didn't understand. First of all, I don't understand why she didn't attack that chick when she basically took over her. I'm talking about Carrie-Anne Moss's character. I don't know why she didn't attack that witch right away, even if it was with a force push or something to get her off of her Padawan. Whenever she took that guy over and he dropped to his knees, you could definitely tell something was going on with him, and she was doing it. I just don't understand how she didn't attack her right then. I don't know. That was strange to me. And then they got through that, and they said they could test them, and then we got through the tests, and it was clear that May was failing it on purpose, and OSHA wanted to go, and all this stuff. Boy, the mom that carried him, the Darth Maul type mom there, she's definitely on the dark side of the Force or thread or whatever the hell they're calling it in this show. She just wanted to cause a conflict every time she turned around. She actually told May, to attack people and stuff, and I was just like, "Whoa, what the hell?" And then the part, and I got to say, Saul's reaction to it, I thought, was spot on, using the lightsaber to try and save this kid. But what was happening was the horn, or the birth mom, I can't remember that character's name at all. I just want to call her Hornhead, but that would be an insult to Daredevil. But I'm going to call her that anyway. Hornhead is pushing an aggressive friggin' thing here, and I don't know why she was turning into a cloud. The other mom was turning into a cloud, and it looked like she was turning her daughter into one too. And as soon as he saw that, he skewered her with the lightsaber and basically killed her. And she said before she died she was going to let OSHA go, and that made sense to me, that he was trying to protect the kid. I don't know. Did it make sense to you, Knock? Did that make sense to you?
I don't understand the concept of instantaneous connection.
Yeah. Okay.
The kind of connection that gets built between a Padawan and a master is over time.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
I feel like the master gets a feeling in the Force. They get a little nudge, sure, but a full on, he clearly didn't have that great of connection because he misnamed her later on in the episode.
Right.
So I don't know. I feel like a connection is too much of a
yeah, but his reaction.
Stronger word for it.
But his reaction to the kid starting to disappear. Right.
I mean, I didn't really understand it. What is she not invisible for that split second, and she can still get skewered even though she's floating in air? Like,
right.
How did that work?
What was the point? What was she trying to do? I don't understand what was going on there. It was really weird, very strange. Maybe they'll explain that in the last one. I don't know.
I agree with what Vince says.
What did he say? Only Disney can fail selling lesbian space witches.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is it's the wrong lesbian. So that's it's the male hating. It's the male hating lesbian. So
right. What
let's
the
be
hell?
correct. There's good lesbians and there's bad ones.
Look, guys, we finally got to see the Wookiee fight with a lightsaber. The only thing was he was being controlled by 50 witches.
Oh,
they had fucking possessed his body, and he was attacking his own mates.
Did we get to the part where all the witches fucking killed themselves yet?
No, they didn't kill themselves.
They didn't kill them.
You don't even know what you're talking about, Jed. They didn't kill themselves. Now let me finish what we're doing here, okay? So they take over. Would you shush? They take over the Wookiee, and the Wookiee attacks his mates. And I gotta tell you, during this whole battle, the Padawan is a bad motherfucker. I gotta say, the dude that ends up drinking a poison for no goddamn reason in what, the second episode, that's a bad little dude, man. He represented himself well. I'll tell you what.
Look, he is a young Sean Penn, and he's very early in his career, but clearly he's just going to kill himself in every show he's in.
Right, I guess, man.
That's going to be his calling card.
That's going to be his calling card. Sean Bean, you mean? I thought you said Sean Penn.
I did. I'm sorry. Sean Bean, yeah. Sean Bean got killed, whereas this guy kills himself.
Right. But anyway, Carrie-Anne Moss's character is the one that drives the space witches out of the Wookiee using the Force. I don't know what the fuck power she's using or what, but when she did it, it killed all the witches that had taken him over. The power of many got nuked by one Jedi. So I guess the power of many is not really that good.
Yeah, I didn't really get that at all. They cut off the connection, so they died. It's like, what?
Yeah, right then. Boom.
So if the mother took over the Padawan earlier and on, if Carrie-Ann Moss had turned around and freed him, the mom would have just died right there. Like, that just makes no sense. That's how they all died. That was so lame. Like,
writing so bad. And look, it's plain. They wanted to make the Jedi the bad guys in this because they get back to the ship, and Saul wants to go back to the Jedi Council and tell them what's going on and what happened and everything. And they were told by the Council not to mess with these people. By the way, I forgot that.
Now, hang on, Joe. Now, hang on. I will say we don't have confirmation on that.
So
Carrie-Ann Moss said it. Carrie-Ann Moss said it to Saul away from the ship. She could have never. We never have any proof that she actually called the council.
Okay. So okay, wait a minute. Is your theory that she's a bad guy in the end of this?
No. I was simply said no. My only theory is that she didn't talk to the council and she didn't want to take the twins.
Okay, so she was just making a command decision out in the field and was
Correct.
telling it to her people.
I'm saying it's a theory.
Okay. All right.
The fact that they didn't purposely show her actually talking to anybody. She said she was going.
Yeah,
it really is. But with this dumb show, you gotta they hide things, in plain sight, and you just kind of have to assume that they come up with some dumb thing.
They get back to the ship and they're discussing what they're going to do, and Carrie-Ann Moss sells them on the fact that they need to lie about this whole thing. That the kid burned the whole place down.
Because you think back and you look at the past episodes, they don't know really much of what's going on. The council does. Remember, they don't know about any of this really, except for just Osha appears.
That's not a shock right there. They don't know what's going on.
So
that kind of made me think that Carrie-Ann her character never called them and told them what's going on until they decided their story after the fact and told them what was left of the story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look, I don't know. I can't see Jedi lying about shit like this. I just don't know. There's so many plot holes in this now. It's not even funny.
You're just now realizing it?
No. I've realized it the whole time. It's just I've been watching it just to see if they can actually thread this together, for lack of a better word. And they're not. All they're doing is making more and more holes, man. And it's just horrible.
I haven't watched this, but I have a few things to to say about this. But so I'm not necessarily opposed to the idea of the Jedi being corrupt or evil, because in the 19th Old Republic video game series, like, that was, the possibility of like corruption within the Jedi, that was definitely hinted at. And that was also one of Qui-Gon's main problems with the Jedi Council, and why he kind of became a gray Jedi. So I don't necessarily have a problem with them exploring like the fact that the Jedi can be morally duplicitous. I guess it's just the way they go about it. If they don't explain it well, then that's an issue. So
I don't think that I'm not reading that at all in this. I don't think it's a corruption issue on the Jedi side. I think it's more of for the greater good, which can lead to the dark side. You start justifying your reasons for doing things.
Right.
So I don't think this is necessarily anything that's done here born out of evil itself. Like I said, I just think it's extenuating circumstances and the line that the Jedi try not to cross, but they just tend to do it sometimes out of the greater for the greater good, which in itself can be used negatively.
Is this entire show like, are there any male Jedis in here, or is all
Soul, Yord,
that's several. Yeah.
Kalnaka,
her Padawan's a guy.
Padawan.
The big bad is a guy. Well, we don't know if he's the big bad yet.
He's a bad.
He's a bad. We don't know if he's the big bad, because
the other mom went somewhere.
She is somewhere. We didn't see her at the end.
She disappeared somewhere.
Disappeared somewhere. So
I don't know how they're going to fit this into 30 minutes. I don't. Yeah. How can you end this in 30 minutes? I just do not see it.
Yeah.
Because they got to have at least one more flashback, so that's going to take 15 minutes, and then
we've got to find out how the mom got out of there. But that's easy. We're going to see her again. But here's how do they wrap it up?
And then we're going to have like 15 minutes of them talking to Osha and May. Like, this is so dumb.
Right, and we got
which means terrible dialogue.
We have to find out where the Sith who laughs came from and why he's got the scars on the back.
So that's another story that they got to come around.
There's a theory out there that the jagged marks on his back tend to make people think it's the whip.
Oh yeah.
That maybe this chick's involved somehow with that dude. So
I mean, she is really old, and he's apparently really old. So could be.
Are we gonna find out this is Palpatine's origin, man? Oh,
Palpatine? No. This is definitely not Palpatine.
What about Plagueis? It's not him, is it?
Well, he's an alien, so I hope not. The only way I can see this being Plagueis, which I don't know if he ever got the power to do this or not, but there is a force power or force technique that allows you to take over the body of another person by sheer force of will. There's only very few force beings that ever did this. The Sith Emperor, there was a Jedi who lived for like 600 years that did it a couple times. So it's not something that comes around very often.
Darth Vitiate is the one I know who is able to do that. But again, there was a fallen Jedi that also learned the technique, but it was near the Darth Bane era that he started doing that. Well, Legends never. Legends to me is like the far superior Star Wars stories, and I know it's not canon anymore, but
but they're picking and choosing what they want to use out of the canon, Sam. They just plucking from it anywhere they want to.
I'm just saying, and I'm just saying this is a power that could exist.
E-Clay's got a good point. They were expecting multiple seasons, so it may not wrap at all.
Clearly, because there's definitely no way they could.
Yeah, if this ends on a cliffhanger, you're going to be pissed, aren't you, not?
Well, it has to. I mean, I just don't see how the shows are not long. They can't cover everything. There's so much that they need to cover in this last episode, and it's only going to be 40 minutes long, and total, and that's with the credits and the freaking. So it's really only like 35 minutes. So.
All right. Before we get into spoilers, anything else you want to say about this thing?
Yeah, so I think we did get a little bit more about Osha and the main connection, which I haven't given a shit about, from the start. But it has been confirmed that they come from the same entity, and they were somehow split up, and that's what. And so they weren't just clones; they were exactly pretty much just two sides of the same coin.
Right.
So they kind of mentioned that. When they got scanned
in their investigation.
Yeah. So they did, they have incredibly high M count, they brought that back, the midichlorians. So that's still a thing in Star Wars. They kept that. And then, so I don't know. I like I said, I think my biggest thing is I just don't see how they're going to,
You read that.
Oh, yeah. I just hope we get another closing credits song. Yeah. The song that they played at the end of it. Now, Jed, whenever you finish watching that Star Wars show, what do you expect to hear?
Right?
Okay.
John Williams epic music, right?
Right. Okay. And you know what we got? We got God, where was it? Like a CW like 9 p.m. Style, Dawson's Creek, like it was
singing, man.
It literally was. It was a early 2000s, I was like, what the fuck is this? All you have to do is play space music. Like, that's all you have to do.
Let me see what I can do here. Maybe
I don't want to wait till my life is over. Fucking song.
I know I can't show the picture, but I may be able to play you just a little bit of it, guys. Let me see if I can get it going here.
Dude, if you play 5
seconds, it's just so out of place that it's unbelievable. It's like it did not belong in Star Wars. Jed, you knew right away where I was going, what you expect to hear after an episode, and what we got was not that.
You guys, let me know if you can hear this right here. Hang on, let me make sure I got the sound up. Can you guys hear that?
No.
You can't hear it at all.
No.
Yeah, it's not, Joe. Don't worry about it though. It's not.
Yeah,
Okay, that's fine. Bro. It's fine. Go check it out. If you don't watch any of the fucking episode, go check out the final credits.
Oh wait! I got this. There's a part on Twitter where actually somebody showed it to me, and I remember this, but I didn't.
Let me see if I can find the song.
It's on Twitter. Horrible. You can go find it on Twitter.
I don't want to look on there.
Okay, well, hang on, guys. Let me drop the spoilers thing real quick. All right, guys, we're done talking spoilers with the Acolyte. Yeah, it's very memeable. This show is extremely memeable. I've seen too many pictures of the Wookiee walking around with the metal detector today. I've seen way too much of that. But it was cool to see a Wookiee fight. It was cool to see him fight. Even though the context of it. Let's see.
That's one thing I've always wanted is like a Wookiee with a lightsaber. That's
and we got it, and they totally didn't use it correctly at all. They
no way! Disney Star Wars fucked up. It is impossible. Oh my god!
So here's my whole thing with Disney Star Wars. Like I've been so checked out from Star Wars ever since Mando season 2 that I don't care anymore. Like
so
like I can't even like get,
they're gearing it towards girls now, man. This is what Disney does with everything they get their hands on. And
I got something for you right here. I got something for you.
What?
Look at this. This right here.
Okay.
Okay. This is Star Wars, okay? Okay. Disney Star Wars. Versus
how long is this, Jed? Does it get to the point soon? There we go. Yeah. No shit. There it is.
This pussy ass fucking bullshit. And you got things going dun 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 dun. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's some great shit, man.
Yeah, that shit right there, my bro.
Yeah.
You know what's funny though is I remember I'm old enough to remember when people used to shit on the prequel.
They did.
Trilogy.
They did shit on those prequels. They did.
No, you know what?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah.
I never shit on the prequels because I fucking called out Jar Jar the first time I went to the movie. I said, "Homeboy is a Sith." I said he's an undercover Sith Lord. Because you saw all the fucking clues in the movie, and I was like, Jar Jar, my boy.
I don't know if Jar Jar Binks is like a full. Jar Jar Binks is ironically like the AOC of Star Wars. He's such an idiot.
Don't insult Jar Jar like that, bro.
Look. I can tell you this about the prequels. I didn't think they'd ever make a movie worse than Attack of the Clones. I really didn't think they could achieve that. Yeah, and they did. They did. Okay. They actually made
the first
two of them.
Was
that
good.
I'll watch Force Awakens above that one, but that's the only one out of Disney. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you get into all of it, Rogue One, I'll watch above that too when it comes to movies. But
the problem with
there we go. I found it.
Did you find it?
I did. It's straight up on Vivo or it's Disney Music Vivo. The Power of Two, Victoria Monet.
The Power of Two is the name of the song?
The Power of Two, yes.
Good God, no. Are you serious? All right, I'm going to put it up there, but I don't... You stop it before 10 seconds.
Yeah, I'll do 5 just so you guys could get just a taste of it.
This is final credits music.
And I think it's gonna be the good parts.
Yeah, are you feeling it? Were you feeling the Star Wars, Jed?
I mean, are you feeling it?
You okay, Jed? Are you still there?
I can't, bro.
Wow.
I can't.
Whoa.
That was
unbelievable. Hayden got really good with the lightsaber combat. Let me tell you something. You go back and watch those prequels. Everybody, they gave Hayden Christensen a hard time about his acting. He acts just like Luke does in the first two movies. Okay? He does. He's a whiny bitch boy the entire time. Come on. You did a great job.
Hayden's not bad. The problem in the prequels was the script.
He just didn't like sand. That's all.
Sorry about the echo, guys. Sorry about
That's my bad. I should have muted myself before.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
But look,
you can go listen to the song yourself. You know the name of it now.
Right. My problem with this prequels, my biggest problem with this, the Metachlorians. I'd rather they'd have left that stuff, up to the imagination. To give it a scientific explanation, kind of gets rid of the myth part of it. You know what I'm saying? That kind of pissed me off. But we got Qui-Gon Jinn, my favorite Jedi ever. I love that motherfucker because he didn't follow the rules. He was like, look, man, he was all about the living force. What was going on around him right then, right there in that moment. That's what he was about, and they couldn't have got out of that shit without him. You know what I'm saying? So
there's that.
Love that guy.
There's actually a theory that there's actually like a really cool video on YouTube. I don't think it's on YouTube anymore. But the reason why he supposedly fights the way he does so desperately before he gets killed is when he's on the floor kneeling. Supposedly he sees everything that's going to happen in the future with Anakin turning to the dark side, and so if he had actually defeated Maul, none of what happened would have happened with the Clone Wars.
Yeah, I hear you.
So
I think he was just meditating, but that's just me. Hey, that's the kind of guy he was. I don't know. But anyway, look, they did shit on those prequels, and now, thanks to Disney, they look like some of the greatest movies ever made, man. You know what I'm saying? I tell you, my favorite scene out of all the Star Wars movies, though, is actually in the prequels.
Yeah.
And it's the opening scene of fucking Revenge of the Sith, man. That fucking
the only movie I ever shit on, Joe, was that second one in the prequels. That's the only one I ever shit on.
Attack of the Clones is horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, they needed that chapter for the love story between the two and everything. Yeah. But God, I mean,
it dragged on so long.
I love the memes when it comes to that movie where it's like, we can't be together, Anakin, and she's wearing like the most promiscuous thing in the next scene. How can you deny that? That was the height of her.
She was ready for the dick, okay? Just saying.
And it's funny, they actually cut out a scene, which they actually had a scene with her and her mom and her sister, which I wish they had put in there with Anakin. Stuff like that.
Let's see. In the EU book, Masters and Apprentices, Qui-Gon did have glances into the future. Really? Okay.
Well, to be fair, a lot of the Jedi have.
I was fixing to say
that's not a rare
all
thing.
Of them, right? I mean, even Luke did that.
That's the whole. It's the whole. This kind of their thing with the Force. Like it guides them.
Yeah. Revan does that.
Now some were more better than others, but
some are better, but they all get that kind of meditation and get that kind of vision. Yeah. Okay, boys and girls. Well, that's it we got one more episode of the Acolyte, so we'll see what happens next week. What, young man? What?
Yeah, you're probably gonna have somebody pegging somebody in the last episode. Yeah. They're gonna be.
You don't understand.
Daddy.
Lesbians don't peg each other, bro. They don't do that.
Oh, they're gonna.
That would take a male and a female. Okay, sorry. You're not going to
see. Someone hasn't seen The Boys, then they would know better.
I've heard that I may not enjoy this show too much.
Hell no,
dude. This latest episode, this latest season is a trip for sure.
Dude, it's more than a trip. It's a fucking travesty, man. The fuck was with that shit?
Well, I can't speak to it because I haven't seen it. So we're gonna move on to the next thing I have seen though, and I'm gonna put this up one more time. We are about to get into spoiler territory one more time, but this time it's for House of the Dragon, the better show on television right now, the show that's knocking it out of the park right now. So whenever you see this drop, we are done with spoilers for House of the Dragon. All right, so let's get into this, boys and girls. House of the Dragon War has begun.
I can't wait for this next episode. 70 minutes long.
Yep, they have been tiptoeing around it, but finally, in this episode, the dragons went to war. Oh, God, I can't keep up with the names, but the girl on the left, is that Rhaenyra?
No, that's Allison.
Allison. Okay.
Rhaenyra is the blonde.
Okay, all right, Rhaenyra, that's who I'm talking about. That she finally decides to send her dragon to war, and they have a council meeting about it. Who's going to go? The son wants to go. No, can't do that. The queen wants to go. No, can't do that. Well, it ends up being the queen that married the seafaring guy, right?
Queen that never was.
The queen that never was. She was supposed to be, and it never happened. She rides her dragon into battle for them, and Cole has mounted an offensive into the Crown Lands, and he's taken on a castle. It's really all it is bait to get him to come out and fight him. Really.
It's so crazy how he's gotten a lot of hate online, and I just don't get it.
Who, Cole?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't see him as bad as people are making him out to be.
I don't like Cole at all, but he is very smart. The guy is extremely smart, and he is making the most of his 15 minutes, if you know what I'm saying. He has screwed his way to the top. As you know, we've heard about these girls that get on the casting couch and get the great parts. Well, this guy, he banged all the royal chicks and got to his standing. And
I don't know. I see a lot. I don't know if they're a couple, but I see a lot of pictures of them together. Him and Millie Alcock.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think they're a couple in real life.
Wow. Okay.
I could be wrong on that. I tend to see a lot of pictures. It looks like.
Now, before we get into the Dragon War, it's funny you bring up Millie Alcock because she ends up in I guess the best way to describe it is a fever dream that Damon has. Is that the guy's name?
Multiple times, yeah.
Yeah. Is Damon losing his mind? What's going on there?
This is part of the story that I don't understand at all. I don't understand. Apparently, he's going to get Bannerman, but he's going to the worst possible castle he could go to do that. I don't get it. And it's cursed. Well, fine. Let me get the fudge out of here and go somewhere else that's not cursed.
Right.
That whole sequence, it makes absolutely no sense to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if the castle's haunted and talking to him, or
it's like he has to. It's like the writers needed to put him somewhere for a little bit. They're like, let's stick him in Harrenhal where he can chill out for a bit.
Right, we're gonna put him over here because. Yes, that is her last name, Alcock. Yeah, she's going to be playing
Millie Alcock. Yeah.
Don't mess with Supergirl, Tim. Don't mess with Supergirl. Don't do it.
She is very gorgeous.
The cock.
Yeah, she is. She's beautiful. Cole is a disgrace. He betrayed his oath and is an adulterer. I told you I don't like the guy, but he's smart. No doubt, he is smart. And Sam has turned into a nipple for some reason. I guess he forgot to put his avatar up. But anyway.
Why you a nipple, bro?
But that works. We're talking about Game of Thrones where nipples are all over the place half the time. So. But there weren't any in this show. This show we didn't have.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I have
got you, Sam. Got you. Let's see. Tim says, does she charge by the inch? Stop it, man. Anyway, so Cole has mounted this offensive against this keep that is small. You know what I mean? He's just trying to draw him out. But boy, What's Eye Patch Dragon Rider's name? What's his name? And Damon actually saw himself with an eye patch in one of those fever dreams he had.
I keep thinking Omen, but I don't think that's right.
No, I know
you got Aegon, and you got Aegon's the king, and then you got
I can't remember that guy's name. I'll look it up.
Aemon. That's it. Aemon.
Okay. Well, Aemon has been scheming apparently, because he saw the king fly into battle. That now the king had a moment of I'm a bitch boy because his own counsel was not really listening to him, and then he goes to talk to his mother about it. His mother tells him exactly the way the cabbage is cooked. You know what I'm saying? They don't respect you because you know we were hoping you'd have some of your father's friggin' intuition, but no, you just a ratty bitch boy, right? This is basically what she said in a nutshell, and. So he felt like he needed to go into battle and got on his dragon with that tiny dragon of his.
Compared to sunflower.
Yeah. But anyway, he goes after the queen that never was, right? In the middle of the battle in midair. And boy, dude, the special effects don't disappoint this show. She wiped out a bunch of troops on the ground, and then the dragons get to fighting. And look, in the middle of those two grappling with each other in midair, here comes Aemon and with his huge ass fucking dragon. I think he's got the biggest one out of all of them, doesn't he?
I think it's the second biggest, if I'm not mistaken.
My God, Aemon, there you go. Yeah, he comes flying in and says, "You know what? You're a stupid motherfucker anyway." You know, he blasts both of them, and the king's dragon goes crashing to the ground in a heap. And let's see, Aemon and Damon are mirror each other in a lot of ways. Even their names are anagrams. Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. Absolutely. And Eclay, you tell us, what do you think of Damon seeing himself with an eye patch as that kid in his mind? What did that symbolize? I don't know what that was all about. That's probably why he saw himself with an eye patch in a dream. Yeah, they're definitely the same mentality, guys. But I think that Aemon really leans into the dark side, though, man. That is an evil son of a bitch right there, and he may have found his way onto the throne. What do you guys think? Is the king dead, or is he just crippled?
Based on the spoilers I've seen, no.
No, he's not dead.
No, he's like half dead or something like that.
Okay.
He's going to be because I think if Aemon had finished the job, he would have been. But I think Cole saved him.
He was going to do it too. I got a feeling he was going to do it.
So and maybe now I don't know the lore of Game of Thrones as I do.
Yeah. Tim over here quoting friggin' Monty Python and the Holy Grail again. He's not dead. He's just resting.
I don't know the lore behind all this, so I don't know what the difference is. Mm-hmm. I thought that the Targaryens were immune to fire. Is dragon fire different? That's what I'm trying to. That's what I would like to know. Like, why are they getting hurt by fire in any capacity? They sacrifice themselves by fire. So I'm just trying to figure out, why does that hurt them?
Yeah. That was a dead parrot sketch joke. Yeah, well, it's still Monty Python. At least I got that part right, Tim. You pain in the butt. But anyway, yeah. Well, do you agree with me? He was going to finish the job until Cole showed up.
Oh yeah.
I think he was going.
That was pretty obvious. Yeah.
Yeah. He was going to finish the job. He was going to get rid of that guy. Hey, Kay, what's going on? Good to see you. Yep. Let's see. Aren't looking good. Not the greatest mood. I'm sorry to hear that.
You better be typing a lot right now, E-Clay, because I need answers.
Right?
Yeah.
He needs answers, E-Clay. He says in the books he isn't dead, but who knows what they'll do with this.
Yep.
I don't think they're immune to fire. Not sure, but dragon fire is super hot.
Well, I mean, okay, you gotta expand on that because Daenerys Targaryen was in a burning freaking hut and came out of it, or excuse me, a burning fire where she burned her husband, Drake, what's his face, and then that's what got her dragons alive. So I need a little bit more backstory here, a little more backlore. And I don't know if you noticed, Joe, I saw this later. It's been confirmed that, you remember in the episode before this one, where the Black Queen was spearing away her family, and they had eggs.
Yeah.
Three of those eggs were the ones from the Game of Thrones show. I thought that was pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
3 of those eggs are ones that were there. Yeah. Those are the ones that...
Easter eggs. Nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
You know what's funny? I saw another video today. She was a special case, I think. How dare you? Now, okay, you failed me, Clay. That's not good enough. I need lore. Fine, I'll go online. I can't believe how much she failed me here. But no, I thought that was pretty cool. So I had another point I was going to make, but I forgot it because Clay couldn't help me.
The Clay is not helping you.
He ruined it. He ruined it twice for me tonight.
But really, I'm wondering what the hell's going on with Damon because I'm finding he's my favorite character in the show. I'm every time I think he's a fucking stuck-up narcissistic bastard, he comes to their aid, man. He comes to the aid of the Queen and helps her out in the weirdest of ways. And he did the same for his brother. He's very strange. You know what I'm saying? It's a very strange character.
He doesn't want to be predictable. He's like, oh, you think I'm going to do this? Well, then I'll do that then.
Right. Yeah. That.
I know what it was. There was a meme earlier, or not a meme, but a video where when you remember in Game of Thrones when Joffrey is showing around what's her name, the Princess of Dorne?
Yeah.
Not Dorne. Forgive me, the very beautiful one that was married to the brother of Stannis, and he died. So now, right. So he's showing around the castle. He's showing her the dragon bones, right? And there's a story where he's like, so and so got killed, and he's basically spoiling the story for House of Dragons.
Right.
And then in the comments, they're like, "Freaking Joffrey, that douchebag! He's spoiling things even when he's dead.
Asshole,
like,
right?
even when he's dying, he's still ruining it."
Shit.
Because he basically tells it how Renea dies in the show Game of Thrones.
Like
so
we
we
didn't
already know
know
how
happen anyway, right?
Yeah. So I thought that cracked me up.
Going out, that's all. But anyway, hang on. Let me get the spoiler thing off before we get out of here. Yeah, we're done with spoilers with House of the Dragon, so you guys can come back now.
I can't wait for the next episode for sure.
Looking forward to the next one. Is that the one you said was going to be 70 minutes?
Supposedly, yeah.
Oh, man, yeah, that's going to be good, dude. It's going to be wild. I just know the repercussions from this one, and we don't want to give spoilers in case people that are tuning in haven't seen it. But the repercussions from this one, they're going to be extensive. It's going to be
someone's going to need to catch up on The Boys so that we can do a proper 3-season. So we can do a proper. These are the 3 shows: Acolyte, The Boys, and House of Dragon, and compare all 3 of them.
Jesus,
okay,
that'll be easy.
I know.
House of Dragons.
I can almost tell you, House of Dragons the best.
Yeah, the House of Dragons is the only decent one.
Yeah.
Considered after that last fucking episode.
I will catch up on it, Knock. I will catch up.
Fuck The Boys. I'm not watching that shit no more.
I did.
Good for you, Jed. You don't. I don't know if there's how much you do watch now.
If you like sodomy and fucking sexual abuse, I'll do it, Knock. Have fun with that shit.
All right, enough. Okay, so we're about at the end of the show. Anything else you guys want to talk about this week when it comes to the box office? Anything like that? All the kids are going to the movies. It's obvious. That's all the stuff that's making all the money. What do we got coming out this weekend anyway? I don't remember. I think this one's Fly Me to the Moon, right? That's out this weekend, right? I think that's what's out this weekend. Isn't that it? Hello. Am I speaking to the living?
I don't know what's coming out this week. I'm just waiting for.
There's only one movie that's on the horizon, Joe. It's the only one that matters.
Yeah,
Wolverine and Deadpool.
Still 2 weeks away. Yeah, I know.
And then before that, there's one video game I'm waiting on. So that's my entertainment.
Yeah. You know, I'm not going to be able to get that game until we got a show that weekend. I'm not going to get it till that Sunday.
Man, you're going to wait until the week that during the week when I can't play. Okay,
well,
cool.
Hey, man, you know,
thanks a lot, bro.
We're not going to start up until the next weekend. I mean, we might as well just start our own shit to begin with, just to learn how to play the game.
No,
you want me to do it
as soon as possible.
Right?
I'm the one that's at a disadvantage. I haven't played Madden in almost half a year.
I play it every week, man.
That's what I'm saying. You should take advantage.
Yeah, this weekend it's going to be Fly Me to the Moon. That's the only big movie coming out this weekend, if you can consider that big. I mean, it's got big names and everything.
You think that Peacock show is going to be any good? The Gladiator one and that one? The Anthony Hopkins one?
Yeah, for those about to die, is that the name?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep saying they're going full on ads right now. So he keeps reminding me about it.
I've noticed that one's coming on Peacock. Anthony,
I got the Peacock when it was $20 for the whole year, so I was like, "Fuck it, there's going to be football games on it. Let me get it." So I have Peacock now.
Right.
for a year.
I saw. There is one thing I wanted to share with you guys, and I think, I left it behind because every time I fired it up, it friggin' came on right away. So let me get this set up for you. This is something I found on Threads today. It ended up in my feed because I'm also a big Scarlett Johansson fan. And let me see if I can get this going here. We want to.
Is that a certain franchise?
Yes.
That you're referring to?
Joining, yes, it has to do with that.
I still haven't watched the last one.
Yeah, I haven't either. I haven't liked any of the Chris Pratt stuff.
I like the first one. I didn't care for the second one.
But that second one was kind of dumb, I thought. Let's see.
Yeah, now they're just making up dinos.
I got it. Hang on a second. All right. I can't pause this for some reason. So bear with me because it's going to be muted to start with, and you'll see the lovely Miss Johansson. If I can do this fast enough, and then I'll pull it back here. Okay. Let me get the sound going.
Because somebody wanted to welcome you aboard to the team. Take a look. What?
Dr. Johansson. This is Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, I saw an article on that. Yeah.
This I know. Scarlett will find a way.
Yes.
So much. Don't get eaten unless you want to. I love you.
How iconic is that line, by the way? My goodness.
Oh, the host could remember what it was.
Life finds a way. That's what it is.
Oh.
Yeah. She said
Terrible
water
host.
finds a way.
Oh. Well, to be fair, they were dealing with water at the time.
I can retire.
But anyway, I just wanted to share that one because I'm a big Johansson fan, and I thought.
Yeah, that's a great addition. That's pretty cool.
My man Goldbloom says, "Don't get eaten unless you want to." I'm like,
yeah,
you just get all the piang. You know that guy's like 6'5". He gets all the girls, man. You know what I mean? I wonder why. Vince says.
It was that boxing, or when she got into the boxing ring in Iron Man. That's when I fell in love.
Oh, dude, come on, man. Yeah. Let's see. During an online Q&A in 1999, George R.R. Martin said that it is a common misconception that Targaryens can survive fire. Targaryens are not immune to fire.
That's so strange how the TV show went away from that. Interesting. Clearly not true.
TV show you produced, Mr. Martin. So,
yeah, right. Yeah, explain that.
All right, boys and girls, that's our show for this week. Anybody want to push anything before they get out of here? Sam is away from the mic. He's got a show coming on at 9:30 tonight on Rumble. So I'm pretty sure that's Central Time. I'm not sure. What do you know? What time zone he's in, Jed? Do you know?
Texas,
is he on the East Coast or Central?
Oh no, he's in Florida. So.
He's in Florida. So he starts at 8:30 Central Time, 9:30 Eastern. Okay, so check out the Whitfield report. It'll be on tonight. Oh, there he is. He's finally here to push his own stuff. There he is.
Yep.
I was just about to.
Somebody said your name and you appeared, bro.
So
tell them what's up with your show.
We said it 3 times.
That's it. If I say it 2 more times,
and
you're behind me.
I have his books and everything out here too, so I already have. I'm
very good, very good.
Go
ahead.
The Whitfield report is live tonight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. This is we took a break for the 4th of July, but we're back now. So my co-host and I are going to be talking about basically what we did over the 4th of July holiday, and also my third book, The Dog's War, is also available for pre-order on Amazon. It comes out on July 23rd, which is also my mother's birthday, coincidentally. So looking forward to that. So, and thanks to everyone who has supported the show. And
these are Sam's things right here. Those are Sam's 2 books right
tonight, 9 p.m. exclusively on Rumble, and can't wait to see y'all there.
That's Eastern time, right, buddy? That's Eastern time, right?
Yeah.
9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. So you guys go check that out for sure. Sam does some great stuff over there. And Jed has put the links to your books up. So you guys go support him.
Go support
Sam's a
my
great guy.
my dude, my brother.
Very talented dude. For show. Thanks for showing up today, Sam. Appreciate you, man. Always love having you on. Jed, you got anything, or am I covering most of it?
Yeah, you're covering most of it.
Okay. All right. So, boys and girls, you know how this goes these days. I'm showing a trailer for what's going on during the week. So let's get into that. All the times are right there on my page over there on Facebook. So go check this out. Like I said, all you have to do is go to my main page over on YouTube, and you will see the times for all those shows. I do want to fill you in. The next show you'll see is at 10 p.m. Central Time. That's 11 p.m. Eastern, well after Sam goes off the air. You can come watch me screw up Mass Effect. Actually, I'm doing pretty good at it. But I'll be doing that at 10 p.m. Central Time, 11 p.m. Eastern. Come check that out this evening. And then, of course, we always want to push our good friend John Das Wolfen. He was busy tonight. He's usually here with us on Wednesdays. But he said hi to everybody. And he will be on Friday for the next part of season 2 of The Walking Dead, the Telltale series. He's playing that on Game Night with John on Pop Culture Minefields channel. Also, I want to let you know that this Monday, Military Monday, is going to be one of my favorites, Escape from New York. We're going to talk about Snake Plissken and the brain and brain squeeze and all that good stuff. And, you know, number one, you know, we're going to check all that out at 10 a.m. Central Time on Monday morning. And then That 70s Rock Fans channel is going to be on at 4 p.m. Central Time on Monday. And we're going to be doing something along the lines of a funny movie. I can't remember the name of the damn movie, but it's supposed to be Blazing Saddles before Blazing Saddles. So check that out at 4 p.m. Central Time on Monday. And next Tuesday night, before I come back for this show, we're going to be doing Star Trek Online at 10 p.m. Central Time. So come check that out. Watch me mess up some space battles with my Dreadnought starship that I've got on Star Trek Online. I love that game, by the way. I dress as Khan. My guy looks like a pirate, and my crew is nothing but chicks wearing Mirror Universe uniforms. So they're looking tight. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of fun with that game. You know what, man? Hey, I'm a dirty old man. I do not make any excuses for it. So that's just the way it is. Listen, for myself, the Knoxter, Jed Rivenwolf, and my good friend Sam, I want to thank you guys for being here. Don't forget, go support Sam over on his show at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern over on Rumble. It's called The Whitfield Report. Go check that out, man. And until we see you guys in the end, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless. Alrighty, boys and girls. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to enjoy Titty Tuesday.
Titties.